You're watching the ZS Prize. I'm Suresh Venkat. Our next guest is Professor Dipak Jain. Professor Jain is a resident and professor at China Europe International Business School. He also serves on the board of several leading companies and has served as a consultant to many firms, including Microsoft, Novartis, and American Express. Professor Jain previously held the position of Dean at Kellogg School of Management and Professor Marketing at INSEAD. Professor Jain is a member of the jury of the ZS Prize. Professor Jain, what role do you see the ZS Prize in advancing and catalyzing healthcare innovation in India?
Just look at the word prize. I don't think prize is just a small gift. I have colleagues at my school when I was the Dean of Kellogg who got the Nobel Prize. Now the amount of Nobel Prize is not a big thing. Any good person with that intellect can do consulting and make that money there. But to me, the prize is a part of inspiring and trying to unleash the hidden potential inside you. Something that motivates you, inspires you, and strives you towards excellence. So when people create the prize, people see, wow, sky is the limit, and at least let me try. You look at Filmfare Awards, same thing. It's such a big gala event. Now these are big actors. An extra prize to them is actually a validation of their performance and acknowledgement that these people are trying to move the efficient frontier forward. They want to move the excellence boundaries. Excellence has no bounds, but when people perform and get acknowledged for that, they become role models for others. So to me, that's why I agreed to be a part of this jury.
Professor Jain, as a juror, what will you be looking for in the ideas from the participants in the ZS Prize?
So my thing is, I want to repeat this. I want people to come out and give us the best, because resources to me, how you convert that business into a big opportunity is more easily manageable than getting the genius that is hidden inside you. Just like when people say, you talk to any sculpture, and the sculptor does not look at the piece of stone, he looks at the image inside the stone. To me, for the students, I don't want them to see this as a prize. What I want to see from them is what's the image or the intellect inside them, and they need to bring to us so that we see them not as a human being, but as the intellect that they are reflecting, and that intellect then gets acknowledged.
Professor Jain, you're a big believer of solving for India. And a lot of young talent is going to participate in the ZS Prize, and not just medical students, students and professionals from all
disciplines. All disciplines.
So what would you say to the young talent? How could they be a force for change for good in India, the youth of India?
So when I look at and I get calls from all the young students and others. See, life is giving people an opportunity to excel, an opportunity to perform. When people like us who had a chance to come to US, I'm the same Indian, I was a professor at Guwahati University. The difference between that environment and here is when you come to a country like US, there are so many opportunities out there, but you convert those opportunities into a successful entity through your hard work. You are the master, because you have to do the work, but we need to give you the environment. So my point is, ZS, the prize, is a way I will tell the young students, if you do well here, these are going to open new doors for you. This is don't consider this as an end. This is the beginning of a successful journey for you, And life is about participation. Life is about joining. Life is not about winning. If you don't join, the winning to me is a derivative. First is to put your best effort into it and take the use of this opportunity. Today we start with this price. Tomorrow we can roll further. It all depends on the reaction we get from the student side and what kind of other additions and new innovations we can bring. So my message to all the students is, don't look at whether I can get a good job out of this thing. This is an opportunity to show to the world what I am capable of. You have to demonstrate your skills, your passion, and leave the rest to us.
Professor Jain, you have led top business schools as Dean and President in 3 different continents. I'm going to ask you for a word of advice and encouragement, specifically to B school students and graduates. How can they be the agents of healthcare transformation in India?
See, whether you are a B school student or an engineering or a law student, my message to every student is the following. By joining a B school, you are starting your journey from success to significance. That's the word I use. First, be successful. Create a successful platform behind you. Don't be an idealist that I want to solve the healthcare problems of the poor people. Build a successful platform. Once you have achieved that, then you need to think of giving back. And the 2 best ways to give back to any society in the world is education and healthcare. So I tell my students in all the 3 schools, whether it was in US, whether it was in France, or it is in China today, I say by joining my institution, you are starting your journey from success to significance. And the second thing is, don't wait too long to give back. Because the day you retire from your job, from who's who, you become who's he. So you need to make the difference while you are in the position, while you have access to resources. So in very brief message, this I look from ZS also. ZS is a very successful organization. Significance to me is ways of giving back. For me to be a part of the jury is, this time I am spending on this is to unlock the potential hidden in the youths of India and show them the light ahead of them. I come from a family, grew up in a very small town where there was no university, appeared as a private student, got to meet Professor Prabhasina in a corridor in a hotel. The conversation started, came to Kellogg, never thought become the Dean of Kellogg. People give you opportunity, but then you don't have to let them down. You, at the end, it is your hard work, your passion, your performance, the purpose you have. If you work hard, and we are all capable of doing this. If ever I get a chance to tell you how I grew up, I come a father who was born with one eye and later on lost, a blind father and an uneducated mother, raised 5 children, and all 5 of us were born medalists. This education is something very important for Indians. This is the only differentiation we have in the world. And our parental values, our social upbringing, this is going to make brand India. It's not the money that would make us. And in intellect, in hard work, if I have to give one more message to every aspiring Indian is, there is no substitute to hard work. I don't believe in luck. Luck is there for everyone. More important is what you make of the circumstances where you live in, where you work, rather than complain. Accept the conditions and perform your best. Leave the rest to the others.
Professor Dipak Jain, thank you very much for talking to us at a ZS Prize. Thank you for those inspirational words and messages.